What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Titch and Geezer's Friday night chat along, which will soon go back into the prediction show roundup because the Premier League will start soon. But before that, Geezer, how you doing?
Good, mate. Good. Bit chilly. Sort of middle of winter now for me. Looks the opposite for you there, obviously. But yeah, getting around to 5 and 6 degrees in the mornings. Yeah, but still sunny, still gorgeous weather. Good chilly.
So you needed a bit better weather to cheer you up after England's final defeat.
Yeah, it's sort of almost predictable, wasn't it? What was going to happen in that final? I didn't really have much hope to win it. Even like I've always said with finals, yeah, of course you can win it. And it just sort of followed the pattern, didn't it? We went behind, we tried to throw bodies on, we get back into the game, and then we seemed to retreat again to where we were and end up losing. So yeah, it was one of them.
One sec. Good evening, Robert. As always, Robert Singleton. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, Robert.
Good evening, Inky. Once again, thanks for tuning in.
Hey,
too. Much appreciated. Yeah, I'm not. It's weird. I wasn't too down because.
No.
And big up Walito, Uncle Wally, Godfather Wally. Thanks as always for tuning in. I hope you're all good, all of you lot.
Wally.
Yeah, I weren't really. You know when you just have to say, the better team won. If England could have snuck a win, somehow it would have been good. But it was
Yeah, exactly what I said at the end, mate. The better team won. That's as simple as that. The better team in the whole tournament won. And at the end of the day, they deserved it. You know what I mean? And like I said, this is where this whole tournament, I used to be, I used to be so up for England, watching them in tournament football. Yeah. And this whole tournament, I've been watching it going, I think Moyes has beaten me into that. That I'm not enjoying watching them. And I'll get to the England thing, and I'm not enjoying watching that. And I was going, oh, God, it was so nuts. The whole tournament for me, for England. Yeah. And I think Spain were the exception. They were exciting to watch at times and good. And the two young lads, making their mark. It had something about them that was good to watch. And England weren't. At any stage, England weren't good to watch.
Yeah.
They were really sort of bland and predictable. And they went, hopefully that whoever is next.
So I think by all accounts he stepped down rather than got sacked. I think the FA would have just stuck with him, which is, you can only some people you can go take a team so far, and then then you've got to maybe step aside. And I think if he would have stayed in a position, they would have left him in the position, and I don't think we would have won anything under Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
So.
See, it's one of them, isn't it? It's like Moyes. Like, we were slagging off Moyes. It's just so boring to watch. And players aren't reaching their potential. We think he's a fucking nightmare. And then he goes, you in Europe 3 years that I try, and we won a trophy. He's got an argument to say, what are you worried about? Southgate's got the same argument.
But he didn't win a trophy, though.
But he didn't get that. And even if he had, man, I just know. I'd still say the same. Please stop. You're just ruining English football. Is that English football? That's the peak of English football now, what we're watching. It's fucking shit to watch, man. It really is. I mean, even the likes of in that final, Kane should have been dragged at half time.
He should have been.
He should have took a punt at a half time, man. He was doing nothing in the game. And for most of the tournament, he was doing that. Yeah. And I'm not knocking Kane. I just think the way we set up, he doesn't get involved in the game. We don't get him involved. So you needed a fresh legs, I think, at half time. No, you waited till, we needed to throw bodies on to try and win it. Same old shit, man.
Robert says normally managers step down after a World Cup.
Mm.
I'm just wondering why do you think he stepped down?
Look, mate, 2 finals, 2 losses. And look, he's been getting blowback all through that tournament from fans and pundits
Yeah.
about how underwhelming England are. And sooner or later, mate, you got to go fuck this. I mean, you failed again. Regardless, people will look at it as you failed. You went to the final. I mean, the Italy final you should have won.
Yeah. 100%.
And I put it down to him why they didn't win. That is down to him, not just the players. And he seemed to do the same here. So he had to step down for me. God, you need a fuck knows who goes in next though, because that could be even worse. Who knows?
Good evening, Lawrence. Checking in from Lexington, Kentucky, USA. Common you Irons. Right, let me just right. Yes, Southgate got to the final again, but he made me disinterested. Time to go, says Robert. Hey, Lawrence, Larry, Wally. Right, you lot. Let me just swiftly move over to world events, politics. Donald Trump getting his ear clipped. You know, I watched a video today or yesterday, something popped up on Facebook. And it was this woman who said she's seen the original video of the JFK assassination. She's seen the original. And she said in the original, it was the man who was driving the car that shot him, right? And then anyway, I don't trust anything. A lot of things that I see in world of, I just don't. I'm always skeptical. The fact that, I mean, what's your fault? Once again, someone's managed to get past the highest security in all of the world, the most powerful country in the world, and by all accounts, eyewitnesses saying they were screaming at the intelligence, saying, "Oh, there's a guy up there," and all of this shit. Yeah. How is it possible? Unless it was allowed to happen, or unless it didn't really happen the way they portray it. For me, it's one or the other. They want, it was orchestrated, or it's not really happened the way we're led to believe. So, what's your lot's thoughts, especially our American brothers? What's your thoughts on?
Well,
that?
at best, it's pure incompetence, right, by the Secret Service. At best. And then you can start looking at conspiracy theories. Then I mean, how the fuck, 150 meters away, is this geezer allowed to walk up on a roof and get 8 shots away? It's crazy, mate. You got the counter snipers just behind Trump there, and he obviously seen him, but you got to give him. He can't just shoot the first person he sees on the roof. He's got to be making sure that the fucker's got a gun, that he is a threat. But when I first saw it, I went, "No, this can only happen in Hollywood movies, mate.
Yeah,
this can only happen where you turn your head and you get grazed by a bullet in the." Happens all the time in Hollywood movies. The hero, they shoot him in the arm. Put a bandage on that, no problem. Carry on. Oh, it just moved, and it's nonsense, right? It's ridiculous. That just doesn't happen.
Yeah,
how lucky you are! So lucky, Trump. Or this is mentally. I thought it was AI. I thought someone had set this up with an AI thing. But then when you see all of it and how it unfolds, and the poor lad, the firefighter, lost his life behind him.
Is that
and the two others that were shot. Then you go, no, come on. This happened, mate. He's the luckiest bastard I've ever seen, Mr.
I don't know about the rest of it. Like I said, I'm very skeptical. So I saw it. Imagine that, and it wasn't a thing to me. I was like, whatever. I didn't do any homework as to it. I've got no faith in. It's
like all these fucking lefties are shit. Oh, it's a fake. It's fake. They call it a red flag, false flag. They just set it up. It's a movie. Wait and get all the information before you say anything. I think with something like this, mate, it could have been that. Because it was so unbelievably, it's unbelievable that it happened. That an inch, you're talking half an inch, he's dead.
Yeah,
unbelievable. But when you see all the details and all the film that's come out, that happened, man. He got lucky. The poor guy, the firefighter, Corey, something his name is. He got unlucky, man. And it was unreal.
You know, I think it was Alex Jones about 6 months ago, maybe longer. He said, you know, first of all, they're going to take out Trump, then they're going to take out Biden, and then it will be what's the thing where when they don't want to put down their arms and that, then it's just going to be like a fucking carnage over there. But
yeah,
so like I said, the only thing that makes sense is that it was allowed to happen. You know, it was yeah.
No, it was pure incompetence. I mean, then you start looking at all of the situations when the Secret Service surrounded him, and the one spot where you could still get another headshot was the woman Secret Service who was fucking about 5'2". She wasn't tall enough to cover him, and it just like a big. And that's where he got to do the iconic photo that is now exists, which is an amazing photo with the flag behind him raising his fist. Like, I mean, that's him. That makes him president straight away. That photo. But her, she was. Oh my god! And this is the thing. There was about 4 women there, part of that detail. And this is what they've done. The Democrats is this DEI, diversity fucking bullshit, bringing in women have got to be part of everything. Mate, there was no women when he went to his the National Congress, mate. It was all 6'4" geezers. All the blokes there covered him, and the one woman just left him open and exposed. And you just, the girl by the car, when they tried to get in the car, she tried to holster a gun, kept missing her holster.
Oh,
and you went, oh, come on.
See, I haven't seen all of that.
See, this is it. And that they're blaming that on this diversity hire. The actual director of the Secret Service is a woman. And they're saying, well, Jesus Christ, this is a chronic failure. What, you know, shouldn't you step down? Oh, no, we'll just carry on, mate. What is she doing running the Secret Service? But I've got no problem with the women being in the Secret Service if they're up to scratch, you know. But are they there? Here comes the question again. Are they there because they're women, or are they there because of their ability? And when you look at everything there, it looks like they're there because they're women and not because of their ability. It looked quite embarrassing.
So many memes of a Trump shooting. Big up, Mal.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mal. Hi, gang. Can't stop long. Got to get up to catch a ferry tomorrow. Thanks for stopping in. Where are you going?
Where's Mal got?
Hey, Mal.
Ferry. You got to Calais. Got to Calais. Do a booze run.
Right. Robert says it's been reported that Secret Service was told 20 minutes before the shooting. Like I said, there was a guy, and he seemed very genuine. He was, you know, like somebody who was just there, and he seemed very genuine. And he was saying, we was telling, you know, the people that there's somebody up there. There's somebody up on the roof.
That definitely happened. He was spotted on the roof by the public. Now, you've got to remember, where that guy was outside the compound of it. And he was shouting. They reckon it was 2 minutes before the shots rang out that he was shouting out, look, he's up in the fucking roof, mate. And so, but how they didn't pick it, I don't know, man. And then, like I say, if you want to go into the theories that, mate, they want to let it happen, mate. Just to see.
That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
If
anything makes any sense. Right. Lawrence says Giza is correct. How the hell did he get in that position? As a Navy man, he is a bad shot. Must have been in the Air Force.
Yeah.
What are they saying about this guy now? Because they always come up with if it's a young white guy, they'll say he's mentally troubled, and like, what's the backstory on this guy? What's who? Like, I don't know.
That's the thing. That there's hardly anything come out about him since. You know, they sort of deep dive in everything he's ever done since he was a toddler, but not a lot of information's come out about him. Only that he was a 20-year-old guy. He looks fucking nerdy as fuck, doesn't he? A bit weird, but there's not a lot come out about him. But he should never. I mean, when they secure a perimeter like that for a bloody president, ex-president, that they usually have about 300 meters. And there was a roof there, 150 meters away. It doesn't make sense that roof didn't have someone on it, or it was cleared people around it. It's strange. I say at best, it's pure incompetence by the Secret Service. You mean fuck?
1 sec, Geezer. What'd you say? Wait, what? What? Can't hear you. Do you need to go to the toilet?
But you can't knock. I say it's hard to knock the guys that were in that Secret Service detail around him because they jumped up and surrounded him. Man, they're prepared to take a bullet for it if there was another shooter there.
What happened to the shooter? What's wrong?
Oh, they shot him in the head.
Oh, anyway. Do me a favor. Can you hold this for 2 minutes? I need to do something with this little lady. Sorry.
Yeah, it's such a bizarre fucking situation. It's amazing. Honestly, it was like something out of a Hollywood movie. How you get that lucky, I don't know. But it will earn him the presidency, though. That's for sure. There's no way he can come back after that. You had the debate where Biden was absolutely disastrous. I think after that, people thought it was all over. Now this, but God, I don't know what the fuck was going on there. Can't believe that they let it happen. So, but 8 fucking bullets rang out. That's a lot for him not to get hit. As you said, Lawrence, he must have been a pretty poor shot. When you see that guy that used to run the sniper patrol, he said I could have you for an hour and teach you how to hit a target from 150 yards or 150 meters in half an hour. He said it's a doddle. It's an easy shot with the rifle he had. But there for the grace of God, huh? Got lucky. It was so bad. Fucking freezing here, boys. Yeah, I'd like to say, I don't think there's going to be. I noticed at the National Congress there, all the guys then at the Secret Service he had looking after him, they're all 6'4", all huge, no women allowed. Them are out the door, mate. He said, nah, that's it. No more of that. Unreal. There you go. It was quite fun. I didn't watch his speech at that. It was quite. Some of these things were quite funny.
What was the line he said? Oh, put my shoe back on or something like that. What did Trump say? Did his shoe come off or something? Like like you could hear.
Yeah, he said, "Yeah, let me put my shoes on."
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Inky says that's won in the election.
Yeah, he has. He know that, man.
Lawrence with an understatement. He said he's disappointed in the security.
Fucking hell. Not half as disappointed as his hero, Lawrence. Oh man, unbelievable.
What is it? Apparently they had the 3rd string Secret Service there.
Yeah, well, it didn't work out very well.
Right, see? Right, so Mark, I don't know if you heard. So Mark said this was set up just like Kennedy's, which I said that's the only thing that makes sense. Now, going back to, I don't know if Mark heard this or a video popped up on Facebook yesterday or today, and I said it to Geezer at the start. This woman has said she has seen the original JFK assassination, and it was actually his driver that turned around and shot him. But the video that they put out, but everybody has seen is a different version, and she even showed there's a bit of editing CGI where in the main video there's like a tree floating, which obviously is like when they've edited it. So once again, whether that's true or not, I don't know, but yeah, these people you just kind of never know what to believe.
No,
as in what really happened. Not, do you understand? You just don't know what to believe most of the time, a lot of the time. But the JFK one was definitely a setup. Wally, some of them look clueless. I don't know if it's just the picture they took, but I see one of the Secret Service women like ducking down behind Trump, but that might have just been the way the picture.
Yeah.
The way to say.
Maybe, yeah. Oh god, she dropped her makeup.
Right, it was spotted. Crooks was seen at 5:52. The shooting happened at 6:12.
All right, is that what they're saying, Robert?
Oh, was that his name? Crooks, yeah? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Crooks. Well, yeah, I'd say there's more going to come out about it. The time scale and everything else will be really detailed by and then heads will roll. One would think that woman, the director, she needs to be sacked. Put someone else in there. But I say, was it let happen? Crazy.
Well, an hour, according to Robert here, an hour and 2 minutes before the shooting, Crooks was first identified as a person of interest. That's a whole hour before.
No wonder.
That can't be. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's something. When that director, she said something about, the route, we didn't want to put anyone up there because it was on a slope. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. These are Secret Service agents. You're worried about them being on a little slopey roof. Man, shut the fuck up.
Congratulations to your son. So Malk has been on Isle of Wight for his son's wedding. Came down Sunday, going home tomorrow. Yeah, congratulations to your son.
Good stuff, Malk.
Yeah, Isle of Wight. Got spotted with a rangefinder at 5:30. He was spotted with a range. Nice from Malk. Congrats. Cheers, Wally. On the roof by Secret Service at 5:52. Yeah, but like I said, there was a guy that was just, there was people there. Was telling
even if it was 5 minutes, there's plenty of time to fucking get eyes on him and sort him out.
I'm hearing that there was a second shooter, says Wally.
Heard that thing, but not say nothing's. Someone said there might be a second shooter, but I don't know. I don't know if there was a second shooter. I would have thought someone else would have been hit around him. But
Malk says, think you would find it was Trump's personal men. The twat was shot because dead men can't talk.
Yeah, here comes the conspiracies, Malk. I think no, you got to take it at face value now. I'm not. Can't throw out every conspiracy theory in the world. It did look like that's what it was. It was all set up.
Yeah.
But no, you can't. The family there, the man that got killed, Corey's. His family were at the thing there. Yeah, he's dead. The boy's dead. I don't think that's fake.
Do you know what though? Like I said, I've only seen probably like the main videos going around, but it's weird. Like the people that were standing around didn't look too panicked, and if there's shots come, that was weird as well. Like where it's like, if I'm at a Trump rally or whatever you want to call it, and I see him get shot, I'm getting underneath that chair. Like if I'm a civilian, people are sitting there.
These are Republicans. These are Republicans, mate. A fucking different breed. Give a fuck.
Sitting there, and the worst thing is, the person's not that great a shot because they didn't get him in his head; they got him in his ear. So now, you understand? You're thinking, well, all these, it just looked too calm, but yeah,
it was very calm. Well, much panic was there?
Nah.
I think, plus, I think the beginning of something like that, you're not sure what went on. He's just gone to the floor, and then as soon as he got up, everyone's fucking cheering, isn't they?
Inky,
but they must have took him straight out in the head because they blurred his head out when he was lying on the roof. So that counter sniper behind Trump, he took the shots. I think took his head off. Almost instantly after.
Right, to take the shooter out so quick, they must have had their eyes on him already, which is true. Now, if you've managed to shoot him not long after he's let off his shots, you're in a position where you can clearly see him. That means you was already in a position to clearly see this guy has got his rifle and he's ready to. You understand? Like you can't. They're posted up everywhere, so you could see this guy. Surely you didn't.
Do you know? Yeah, I think the counter sniper, I think he saw him. And this is the thing, because when you see some of the video and you see the guy, he's looking through his sight and then he looks up over his sight. And I don't know whether he was just trying to make sure this boy had a gun. This could have been a Trump supporter just gone on the roof to get. Yeah. Whether he's looking to see whether he can definitely see a rifle with him, I don't know. But that's sort of the impression you got. And then next thing, the shots rang out, and then he pumps it. I don't know. That'll all come out, I suppose. They'll be interviewing him.
Did he let off like 8 shots, or was that not?
Eight's been reported. He got 8 shots off, which is a lot.
Yeah, how can he get off 8? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's a lot
Unless
of things
it's
that kind
all
of,
that, is it? I know.
a lot of it just it just doesn't make. If you think logically, you think to yourself, hold on a minute. This doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't all.
Yeah, it doesn't. There's a lot of unanswered questions there, mate. And like I said, at best incompetence, at worst, the Secret Service were letting it fucking unfold.
Right, Malk says, I'll explain how I see it next week, but there were 2 shots at JFK, one from the side. All who were around there are dead within months after. See, I watched a documentary on that. It weren't just that, but it was other things. And the documentary basically said it was like 16 attempts on JFK at that time. And then I watched a video today that kind of not counters that, but she said, you know, the shooter was the driver. So, but once again, it's not as we are led to believe what happened to JFK. And that's why I'm questioning this, like what really happened to Trump. Congratulations, Mal. Biden got COVID now as well.
Yeah, give him COVID, keep him out of the way, mate. We don't need him talking anymore. Fucking hell. He ain't helping their cause.
Listen, I'm gonna switch subject now, yeah, because something that we've spoken about before. So
right, 2 seconds.
Yeah. I want to get especially Wally and Lawrence's views on this, because I wasn't aware of this. We'll wait. But I definitely want to hear Wally and Lawrence's thoughts on this information I learned today, which I was surprised. I couldn't believe it. I'm tired. Need to go sleep.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep.
Right. So I was watching this video. Yeah, this guy. Anyway, like I saw him. He was on YouTube, and then he's come up again. Anyway, he's going out with a transgender woman. Again, his previous one was transgender, and so anyway, he's almost like he's in denial. But what I learned, and I couldn't believe it, right, is they do the breast, what's it, augmentation or whatever. You know, you get your breast done and your facial features to be more feminine. Anything that's required to make you more feminine for free. Did you know that? In America,
I have heard.
They do that for free. It's part of, I don't know if you, as long as you've got insurance or whatever, they do that for free. So it all made sense to me. There's so many of these people because it's so easily accessible. It's free. You can keep your the main bit down there. You get breasts, you get your face to look more girly, and you get it done for free. And then it makes sense to me. Okay, that's why we got this, you know, the influx and so much. I know it's an agenda, but I didn't know that it was free.
Oh, I'm in then.
Did you know that? Did Wally and Lawrence know that it's free to, if you're a transgender and I go there, I say, look, clearly I don't look like a female, so I need whatever they do to make you look more feminine, and I need these. That's free.
So that would be the taxpayer paying for that.
Taxpayer.
Great. Who voted for that?
That is not. I couldn't. That only today I learned that. And that's why we're speaking about it. That is crazy. But once again, it makes sense. It makes sense as to because basically the interviewers, she was from New York, so you could see she was quite straight to the point, and she was asking like loads of these questions in regard to the interview, and she said like, yeah, can I ask all people, like there's so many of them, like how do they afford it? And then the transgender said, oh yeah, boom, it's free. I was like, fucking hell, like yeah, I couldn't believe it.
No, that doesn't make. That's mental.
So, yeah, and remember, depending on what you need in regard to look more feminine, it's different costs. But the basics are you can look more like a female physically, and then you get them done standard. That's all part and parcel for free.
That is an agenda. If that's coming out, you're getting it. That's an agenda. It's as simple as that. You're pushing that.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what's happening. That's why such a kickback there in America. It's gone crazy. I laughed at Trump's speech actually because one of the things he went on day one, he said men and women's sports, that ain't happening. He said that ain't happening.
Who said that? Trump.
Trump.
What
Yeah.
meaning that men in women's sports. Sorry, yeah, good.
I said that won't be happening. You got a big cheer across the crowd for that,
Damn
Mike.
right.
Said that.
Damn right.
Yeah.
So and you know, there's many factors to what I've just said about the money. You know, clearly there ain't no money in America for the people that need it, but yet when it comes to things like this, there's money readily available.
This is what I don't think anyone in America can understand, especially if you're on the conservative side, is why you'd let 6, 7, 8 million people just walk into your country for what? Right? Open the fucking borders. And then you let that sort of shit go. What the fuck is going on? It doesn't make sense to me. I can't understand it. And then all them communities that are there, especially Hispanic and the black communities, then they start suffering because their jobs are threatened, for one. All the community-based stuff that goes to them is threatened if the money start to be taken away. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. I can't understand it, why you do that, but that's what they've done. You know what I mean? That's what they've done. Not only that, like I said to you the other week, I said the fentanyl that's come through the Mexican border now is killing communities. I mean, killing them in the hundreds of thousands, mate.
The crack era, isn't it? It's that all over again.
It's really, really bad. And he's let that happen, Biden. He's let it happen. And I just can't understand it. It's killed hundreds of thousands, man. That fentanyl shit.
Right, Robert. Let me get back to that Robert's comment because I need to be educated about what exactly happened. Right, one sec. Probably gave Biden COVID to get rid of him. Yes, a lot of it is covered by insurance thanks to Obamacare.
Fuck you know.
Right, Titch, if that is your name, why would Wally and I know about this subject? And this is Lauren. Lauren says I have no clue. Wally says I know all about it. Illegal border crossers get free health care.
Fuck's sake.
While others have got to pay for insurance.
Exactly. Who can afford that? Who can afford to give them free health care? You know what I mean? And yet your own citizens can't afford it. Right. Fuck me.
So let's get back to this. What happened in Leeds? I just saw an article. I didn't read it. I just saw what happened in Leeds, Robert, or anybody else that knows. Do you know?
Yeah, well, I saw a little bit on there. As I mean, the police. The spark was a child that had to be taken out of there, had injuries that weren't consistent with an accident.
Yeah. From where?
So they went in there with the social services to take the other 5 kids.
Yeah.
To protect them.
Right.
And then it kicked off. Crowds gathered and started smashing. They run the police out of there. Then you watch them. I've seen it on that Talk TV, some of the video. They're setting a light to the bus there, set a light to the police car. It's fucking, and I'd say 90% of it looked, what would you say? Pakistani, Afghanistan, Middle East.
And what was the nationality of the kids that were getting taken away?
Don't know. Didn't say, Gator. Didn't say. There were some white people in there as well. Don't worry. It was a mix of fucking idiots. You know what I mean? But there's one guy there. He looked, I don't know, Afghanistani. He was seeing with a lighter trying to set light to the bus. You know, full face. You know, just looking at the camera.
And this stemmed from a child that was obviously had to be removed from the home. So basically, children's services or social services was doing what they're meant to do, and then it resulted in is that That's
the first report was there. They went there to protect the other kids because this kid had been hurt, big head injuries or whatever. So and then they got chased out of there. I don't know the full story. I haven't seen anything since yesterday. There's obviously going to be more about it, but yeah, they chased the police out there, burnt their car, and then burnt the bus.
Oh shit! Any put out by the global Any put out by the global. What do you think he's trying to say there? Any put out by
outage? The outage. Yeah.
So that So basically, my wife, I have to speak quietly. She went to Rome Her birthday was yesterday. So my big daughter and one of my sons, they went there, but they said something that the flight coming back tonight was delayed because of is that the systems were down because of this thing here, is it?
Yeah.
So that affected her.
Yeah, we had it here in Australia too, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something to do with the computer mob, the safeguard. They'd done an update, and it all crashed.
Yeah.
But it affected places all over the world.
You see that? It's so simple, isn't it? Technology can just at the
flick of a
switch can bring everything down.
Mental, eh?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right. What is Leeds was reminding me of the Summer of Love riots here in 2020. Summer of Love. Where was that? Which part of the country was that in America? 2020.
That was fucking everywhere.
Was that the George Floyd thing? Or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, that was a yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of that in Floyd. So.
Robert says he thinks they were Romanian. That's probably the family I think he's talking about.
Romanian?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Oh Lord. Oh God. Look at this. He says child was said to be dropped out of a window.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Damn. Yeah, and they're stopping it happening. Jesus fuck. Can't even protect children these days.
Banks, shops, and airports all affected by this outage. CrowdStrike software update messed up a lot of servers worldwide. CrowdStrike software. Yeah. One little update.
Amazing, eh? Amazing, eh?
Get in bed.
Yeah, some of the supermarkets here had to shut. They couldn't take anyone's card unless you had cash. So they just shut the doors.
So supermarket. Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, some of the Woolworths here, the big supermarket chain here, Woolworths, not like the old Woolworths we used to have. But some of them that were connected to this this server, they had to shut their doors because they just couldn't take anyone's card.
What we got? Cash only, says Robert.
Yeah. Jesus. I'm a big supporter of that. Always have some cash in your wallet.
Yeah, cash is king.
Yeah.
It is.
No, that's what pissed me. Remember I said to you before about pissed me off about Canary Wharf when I came over. Everything there was card only. Really annoyed the shit out of me. But that's what they do.
Yeah, you need cash, and you know what? This thing here is an example of why you need cash. Because if everything was just on your card, one little update, and you're going starving. You and your family's going starving. So you need cash. We always need cash. And a cashless society, these things here would let you know. Yeah, step out of line, they shut off your funds, mate. Or do an update.
Do you know, I've watched just a little bit on the Trump thing again, going back. And I said this a long while ago to you, Titch, about if you keep saying demonizing people enough, you know, like they've done with Trump, right? Regardless, we know he's a little bit off the cuff. He's a bit of a nightmare as well. But when you keep demonizing him by calling him Hitler and a racist and a homophobic and every is there is, they've called him it on the left, right? Everything. It doesn't matter whether it's true or not. But you say it often enough, people believe it. And this is probably, you know, gets into that young 20-year-old's head. If they keep saying he's Adolf Hitler and keep comparing him to Adolf Hitler killed 12 million fucking people, for fuck's sake. How can you keep, you know, calling him that? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. But they did, and they have. And if you're a 20-year-old, morally, you're doing the right. If you're a bit fucked in the head, you're doing the right thing by getting rid of it.
Yeah, getting rid of Hitler.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would have loved to have got rid of Adolf Hitler in 1939? It would have saved millions and millions of lives. So he might have felt justified to get rid of him, being a hero. But that comes from the left and the Democratic Party and their mainstream media. But keep saying it. And
Exactly.
I just say it's ridiculous. So anyway.
Cash only. Look, Danae, Robert says, nay, wave. Wait.
Quiet. Yeah.
She needs to go to sleep. What we got here? What he says, fortunately, it happened at night here, so most things were fixed by the time we got up. This is Robert says, boycott all the self-service tills also. That is, and you know what the worst thing is? Anytime you see people using them, they're always calling on the person that stands around, because then things always stopping and they need them to scan it and all that. But just, a lot simpler if they just sat at the fucking thing and you understand? Like, it's just, they're so annoying. And we don't work for Tesco, Asda, or Sainsbury, but we got to do our own scanning and shit.
Yeah, I don't do the self-service, Robert. Every time I don't give a fuck, I go in for 2 bits and there's a queue. I'll queue up and make them serve me. I don't do the self-service thing.
Is he on holiday? No, that's where he lives. She said, are you on holiday? No, that's where he lives. He's in Australia.
Yeah.
She can probably tell that that's not here just by your scenery background.
Yeah, well, it's still sunshine. It's sun, not nighttime.
Oh, yeah, sure, because it's not nighttime. Yeah, he's in Australia, so it's morning now.
What about, there's another subject. What about silly nuts? The Argentinian boy, Endo.
Yeah, right, one sec. Robert says, haven't seen any blogs of your daughter. Yeah, I know, Robert. You know, there's a lot of stuff's been happening sort of behind the scenes, Robert, where things just kind of bit up in the air with me. So, I think, I've got no issue at some point speaking about it. I'm not one of these people that jumps on YouTube, but it's been a long time. So, it's just a lot of things kind of changed through personal circumstances. So, a lot of things kind of, as you can see, even with my channel, I just got put on the back burner. But we need to put more videos of you up there, don't we? Yeah. Come on, you need to go to bed. Yeah? Anyway, right, so, Lawrence says, beautiful daughter. Are you beautiful?
Oh, no.
Thanks, Lawrence. Good evening, Kieran. How you doing?
Hey, Kieran.
Hey, Kieran. Robert says, they trust you to scan your own shopping and stop you to check your receipt. Exactly.
Yeah, that annoys the shit out of me, man.
Look,
annoys the shit.
Robert says, we miss you, Nay. You know when you put videos on your channel? You used to watch your videos and comment. You're going to put some more videos on. Yeah? We do it soon. Right, so that Enzo Fernandez, what's the story there? I saw the lyrics today.
Oh, did you? I haven't seen that.
Right, let me. Oh, I don't think I screenshot. Let me.
Just heard it was bad.
One sec. Let me try and find the lyrics. I don't think I screenshot it. I did take some screenshots though, because some of them was just to speak on here about just different random things. Let me screenshots. Right, this is a random one. In Australia, right, so this just pops up on Facebook. In Australia, have you heard this before? When it gets very hot, the nectar in sunflowers ferments and turns into alcohol. Bees that get drunk from the nectar are not allowed back in their hive. Guard bees keep them out to prevent them from making the nectar into alcoholic honey. Have you heard that before?
No. No, that's a good one.
Just a random one. What we got here? One sec. Oh, here's another one. Yamal, you know the Spanish boy?
Yeah.
Yamal was 2 when Harry Kane made his professional debut. He's completed his entire school education and won a trophy before Harry Kane. Let that sink in. What else we got here?
That's mental, eh? Now, what's his price tag now, guys?
This is a good one. Right, this is a joke, right? You'll like this one. This is why I screenshot this one. You'll all like it, actually, but I know Geezer will like it better, more. An old blind Marine, you've probably heard it, wanders into an all-girl biker bar by mistake. He finds his way to the bar and orders a shot of Jack Daniels. Have you heard this? All right. After sitting there for a while, he yells to the bartender, "Hey, you want to hear a blonde joke?" The bar immediately falls absolutely silent. In a very deep, husky voice, the woman next to him says, "Before you tell that joke, I think it's only fair, given that you are blind, that you should know 5 things. The bartender is a blonde girl with a baseball bat. The bouncer is a blonde girl. I'm a 6 foot tall, 175-pound blonde woman with a black belt in karate. The woman sitting next to me is a blonde and a professional weightlifter. The lady to your right is blonde and a professional wrestler. Now think about it seriously. Do you still want to tell that blonde joke?" The blind Marine thinks for a second, shakes his head, and mutters, "No, not if I'm going to have to explain it 5 times." You wanna go? They could just change that to, we're females, and yeah, it'll have the same effect. Okay, cool. Poor Harry Kane. Yeah. So the songs. Let me try and Google the lyrics and see, because I think it's this thing about calling Mbappe a transgender. Yeah, I'm sure that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me.
I said that to my boy Kieran, and he said there's rumours that Mbappe's going out with a tranny.
I heard that before, years ago, actually.
Don't know whether that's true, Geezer, but when they put out these rumours, they're absolute nonsense. It could be anything. I don't know.
Right. Let's get it up here. Come on. Right, here we go. Right, so one part of the song is they play for France, but their parents are from Angola. Their mother is from Cameroon, while their father is from Nigeria, but their passports say French. That's part of it. But yeah, there was something about transgender and whatnot. Here we go. Let me just see. Is this the song lyrics? Full lyrics. Here we go. Right. So, in case anybody's unaware, Wally, Robert, Lawrence, Inky, Mal, I'm sure you are, but basically, like the Argentinian team, after winning the Copa, they were singing this song, which I don't know how old this song is. It can't be that old if Mbappe is the main part of it. But there's definitely apparently a racial element to this, which clearly hasn't gone down well. And then Enzo, one of his Chelsea teammates, it was Wesley Fofana, wasn't it? He's French. He's actually responded to it on Twitter, and their teammates. Lyrics.
Well, apparently he was filming it and live on his Instagram, doing it live.
Wow.
That's the issue.
Right. So the chant is called right. Well, this is not in full. It says suggested that French players of African and Caribbean descent aren't French. With the lyrics, listen, spread all the word. They like to sleep with trans people. Their mum is Nigerian. Yeah. But I know they played in the World Cup final. What was the purpose of singing that after a Copa?
Yeah. What? Yeah. Why was the French? Why is that such a target? I don't know. Yeah. So it can only be because, as you know, most of the French team probably weren't even born in France.
Yeah.
Is that the angle that they're coming at? Yeah.
But as we spoke about last week, somebody pointed out in the comments of the thing, I saw that a lot of I don't know if it's Argentinians or it's the Italian heritage, like they are a mixed bunch as well, like they're like
that's right.
Yeah, second only to somebody else or something like. Yeah, I can't remember what it's.
I can only look if you wanted to be fair on it, right? And it weren't meant racially, right? It was meant as a dig at France to say that they keep importing their players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've got to remember, the England cricket team got accused of the same thing when we had Peterson and the South African players that came and played in English cricket because of the ban on South Africa. Yeah. So, like, Peterson came and played and ended up being captain of England cricket team. Yeah, he wasn't English. We nicked him. We done it with Zola Bard in the athletics. Yeah. She can't compete in the internet. Oh, get her over here, make her a citizen, and get her in our team. That's the only thing you can think that's the angle. that they're coming from, that they're importing a team to be good. Which, I'll say, many countries have done before. You can see it in the rugby these days. There's been a few Islanders the Ireland two brothers playing for England in the rugby union. Two Islander boys. Ireland have got them in the Irish team. You know what I mean? People see that and go, fuck it. Look, he can't make the All Blacks. Get him over here, or if he can't, we'll have him. You know? Yeah, it could be that. That's just trying to be fair, but I think it was a stupid thing to do. I'll follow him around forever as well. That, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Wally, nice one. Sit. Oh, that must be that joke. Rumors that Macron's wife is a man. Who's Macron?
Yeah, big rumors like that.
Who's Macron?
That's the French. He was the French president or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah. I've been going for a long time. Candace Owens put out a thing there saying definitely. She's done a thing about it, saying it's a geezer. Because you can't find any photo. They've said to him, right, if he's not his partner, let's see some photos of him when he was young, or her when she was young, and that. And they're not producing any photos of it. So there you go.
Wow. It was heard at Qatar 2020 World Cup where Argentina and France played the final. So
it goes back to that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It must be.
See, that's what I'm saying. I think that the idea of it is that, you know, you're playing in the World Cup, but you're not even French. I mean, that's what it's going to be.
Big up Charlie boy. Sorry, let me get the mouse on your comment. I'm just getting in. What's up, fellas? What's going on, Charlie boy? We're just talking about the Argentinian racist chanting. Right, speaking of French players with African heritage, West Ham have been.
Just one thing on that. Though. The same thing. The English used to be slagging off Jack Charlton when he got the likes of me for Ireland, for the Irish team, the likes of me, like Townsend and all that. Most of the Irish team were born in England with Irish heritage, so he did nick it. Right? But it was the rules. You could. But England were complaining about that at the time. But, you know, there's hardly any Irish players in the Irish team. That's just
So, yeah, we apparently have been linked with Kante. Is there any truth to that rumour? I know we don't really do rumours, but...
There is a interest. It doesn't seem sensible to me. But I'd love him. I'd love him for the next 2 years, mate. 33 or not. He just turned 33. But in that World Cup, he was one of the best players France had.
In the Euros?
In the Euros, sorry. Yeah, he was superb. But £20 million, he's on something like 350,000, 400,000 in Saudi. So what kind of ridiculous wage would you have to pay him? We can't. It'd be wasted money. You know, you'd end up costing you about £50 million for 2 years. Would you spend that? Be crazy. You know, it depends on his wage. You know, you couldn't pay him them kind of wages. And 20 million, they got him on a free. The Saudi league.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Do you think he's the player that would generate a lot of shirt sales to get help?
Mate, I think he's one of the best players that have been in the Premier League. At his position, he's fantastic. He was fantastic in that Euros, man. He had a lot of injuries near the end of his Chelsea career. He doesn't seem to have been injured in Saudi. But what a player, man. What a player. Could you get 2 years out of him? At 35, he's so... Even there in that game, he was everywhere on the pitch, man. At 33. It's not as if he's slowed down yet. If you could keep him injury-free for 2 years at West Ham, it'd be great. I think we'd love him. He'd improve the team immensely. But it doesn't really make sense. You've got Ward-Prowse, you've got Alvarez. Where does it fit, you know? And it's dead money, you know what I mean? You ain't getting any money back from it.
Ideally, we'd get someone like that on a free, innit? Someone like him on a free would be
on a free, you know, paying him 200 grand a week on a free. Yeah, it's worth the pump for 2 years, man. Definitely. But not when you got 20 million up front and you don't know what wage he wants. So yeah, I'd say no. But I'd love to see him at West Ham. I mean, I've always admired him. And a lovely guy as well. You know, he's a gentleman.
Yeah.
Does a lot, spends a lot of his money on charity stuff and whatever. He's
very
a humble,
humble,
lovely guy. An absolute gentleman. So, yeah, I'd love to see him at West Ham. I think he'd be loved. Really loved, man. Top guy.
Right, just getting in. One sec. You're going to lay down, yeah? Sorry, one sec. When does the season start? I think Robert told us last time, didn't he? Non-story, I hope. Although he was France's best player, says Robert. Rumor is that Man United want Alvarez, though he's the replacement. Yeah, I heard a while back that they wanted Alvarez, and then I didn't hear anything after that.
Yeah.
Rob, Uncle Larry, Inks, hope you're well. How old is he now? Oh, yeah, so he's just turned 33, as Geezer just said. Charlie Boy, 33. CB, he's 33, yeah. So West Ham ain't really done a lot of business, though, have we? Like, from what we was expecting, we ain't done a lot.
No, they brought in the young Guilherme. I mean, that's a future player for me, not necessarily jump straight in. And Kilman. That's it. And nothing else yet.
And then I've seen a heading.
I think you understand, with the Euros and the Copa America going on, I sort of expected that.
I've seen, shed some light. You lot will know better than me. I saw a heading. I didn't click the article. It said basically it's looking like Lucas Paqueta will be able to play most of the season or something, like, even with this thing hanging over his head. Like, has something changed?
No, that's what I heard, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we brought in this keeper's shit as well. What's his name?
Yeah.
Oh, the one from Sheffield United. I said at the time, he's terrible. What's his name?
Yeah, but he's never seen the light of day, guys. He's just there to help out in training and be there in case. You'd have to have two keepers go down for him to actually play. So you'd like to think that's not going to happen.
What was his name?
So I think it's just cover, mate. That's all it is.
And he's still got some miles left. I thought he was older than that. Yeah, so he's just turned 33 as well. Like in the last, maybe during the Euros or whatever.
When you see some of the older players that were in the Euros, mate, and 35 and 36, still doing a job for the national team. He's good for another couple of years, mate. Definitely. And I'd say that boy, I mean, he's fit as a fiddle. He'd be a bit like Ronaldo, you know what I mean? Not an inch of fat. He probably has the perfect lifestyle. He does everything to the max to make him better. So I don't see any problem for 2 years. But it all comes down to money. If money's not an issue, let's say if we were the richest club in the world and we could spend what we want, I'd have him for 2 years. Forget the money. Just get him in. It'd be great. What a player.
Lawrence says, is Toney coming to West Ham?
Yeah.
You know what?
Unlikely.
Unlikely. But I've heard that it's almost like they're trying to sell him because now they're reducing his price. And I don't know if they've made plans for him not to be there. Now it's almost like they need him. I don't know. But yeah, apparently they do want to sell him and maybe for less than we thought they might have took for him. But yeah, I couldn't see him. I couldn't see him coming to West Ham.
I'd like him.
Yeah, I think he's got like big ambition. So I think, he'd be looking for a club that's maybe in the Champions League or next year looking to qualify for the Champions League. Sorry. No, did you have a drink? It's there. Robert says, linked with 170 players until we see them wearing a shirt. 170 players linked.
Yeah. So, same old, isn't it? Every window.
Fodringham, that's it. Fodringham.
No, he's a training field bloody keeper, you know?
But
that's what we brought him. The exceptional circumstance of Martin.
Yeah.
He was the same. That's the reason he was brought in. And but he brought in Roberto as well, and he didn't turn out so well. So that's the reason he got that game against Chelsea that time, which was a brilliant for him.
I went to that game, you know, where he made his debut.
Did you?
Yeah, I went there, and
Oh,
I couldn't believe. Yeah, I thought we were gonna get. Yeah, and we ended up winning 1-0. So, and yeah, I remember there
yeah,
was a guy.
great moment. It was a great moment for him and his dad and Alvin.
There was we sat in the Chelsea end as well, but there was like a father and son there. The dad was probably mid-50s, early 60s. Anyway, like, you know, proper drunk and all of that. And being quite loud and all of that, obnoxious. And then he ended up falling down, you know, the stairs from like at the top, all bloodied up and all of that. Yeah, like
Okay.
like just like wandering around, being drunk, swearing and shit. And he ended up fucking just toppling over. Like,
Nice.
if West Ham signed Tony, I'll give everyone in the chat $20.
Done. Yeah, we'd take him.
Right, Lawrence says they say for Tony between West Ham and the Spuds. I thought no. Earlier on, Man United were interested, but now they've since signed what's the Dutch guy? Zerki, if that's how you pronounce it. They've signed him. They've also signed that centre back from Lille for about 50 mil, I think.
Yeah, I didn't know who they'd signed. I heard they've got a striker and a centre half. So,
but don't know. They said that Man United once again it's bad business. They've signed a guy who's 20 years old, unproven in the Premier League, 1 year left on his contract for 50, but wouldn't pay 43 for Branthwaite, who's got 2 years left on his contract and is a Premier League player already. Why? Yeah, so they're saying like, once again, it kind of don't make sense. Fodringham.
Well, that depends how good he is, I suppose.
But yeah,
I like that. That Branthwaite, he's ain't proven, but it's like all these players, one good season doesn't necessarily make you star, does it?
Didn't he have two? Ain't he had two though? Branthwaite. That weren't his first season, was it?
Is it two? Well, he sort of broke through then. Yeah, I think it's last year that he actually people started to notice him. But I don't know, maybe.
But yeah, we'll see how this guy does. But yeah, they spent more on him. He's got a less contract. When they were interested in Branthwaite, but sort of scoffed at the price tag, which they ended up paying more for an unknown quantity.
We'll see.
Right. Yeah. What did you say?
I just think, mate, he went to Southampton, didn't he?
Who?
His name's gone out yet. That boy that we had on loan there for last year.
Oh, Flynn Down. Yeah.
Flynn Down.
What was
18 million apparently?
Yeah, I was going to say what was the confirmed fee? It was 18 million, wasn't it? And how much did we pay for him?
I think we only played about
12?
10.
Yeah, 10 to 12, I think.
Yeah, between 10 and 12 we paid for him. So
good business. Imagine Kante and Tony both signing with West Ham United.
Yeah, I'll be happy with that, Charlie boy. Fucking hell. That'd be exciting. That'd be exciting, man.
Yeah, I can't even see us signing one of those players, but yeah, those two would be. But yeah, I do want to see what West Ham are going to do because, right? Can somebody confirm when does the Premier League season start? I think Robert confirmed it last time we spoke, but
it's about 4 weeks, isn't it?
4 weeks from now, you reckon?
I think so. I think it's 4 weeks away, something like that.
Robert says McIlroy and Woods out of the British Open.
Oh, not performing.
McIlroy and Woods out of the British Open. Charlie boy, that would be great, but Kanye has some age on him. August 11th. August 11th, which is that's less than 4 weeks. 22. That's 3 weeks time. Just over 3 weeks. Like 3 weeks in a day.
I think he starts on a Friday night as well, though, Geezer.
Okay, now. So
I think there's a Friday night game to kick it off.
But yeah, we'll be back with a prediction show. Right, let's get into the two games. We only done 2 games, didn't we? Done both the finals.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody would have managed to score any points in that.
Yeah.
Did Argentina go to extra time or not?
Yeah.
It did. So
Yeah, it was 0-0, wasn't it?
okay. Oh yeah. Right, let's see what we done. I remember. Let's see.
Yeah, I didn't even know what I'd written down for the Argentina game. No, I do. I didn't work.
Right, so Spain v England. Let me just get the stats up. Obviously, it finished 2-1 to Spain. Let me get the full stats. England, Spain. Right, so stats. What do we have? We had cards.
Fucking tosser.
Oh shit! One sec. Cards. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Stats. Corners. We had 12 corners. 10 of them for Spain. 4, 12. Shots on target. 8. 4, 12, 8. One sec. 4, 12, 8, and it finished 2-1. Right, what do we pick for correct score? Oh shit! Oh, here we go. Right. So Robert says Friday the 16th for the Prem. 16th of August, which would be 4 weeks. Because it's.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I thought. 4 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
4 weeks today, your time.
Yeah.
The game will just have finished the first game. 4 weeks time. Yeah.
All right. What do we pick for this game? 2-1.
Right. I went 1-1. Could have held out. I would have been right. You tosser. Pete said 2-1 to England.
Yeah.
Wrong one around. So Robert said 2-1 to England. 2-2 said Lawrence. 2-1 to England said Mel. 2-1 to England said Inky. 3-1. Charlie said 3-1 to Spain. And 3-1 to Spain said Wally.
So no one got that right. 4, 12, 8. Right, Giza, you correctly predicted 4 cards. So a little 10 points for you.
Ooh, ooh.
You got that?
Yeah.
I correctly predicted 8 shots on target, so I got 10 points. 12, 8. Wally also correctly predicted 4 cards, so 10 points for Wally. Lawrence also correctly predicted 4 cards, so 10 points for Lawrence.
Oh.
And that's it. So you got 100, and Danae got 100. Right, so that was that one. The next game was obviously Argentina v Colombia, which went to extra time. So that finished what? Bloody 0-0. 1 sec.
0-0. Yeah.
God. And then I've got to work out. Right, so 0-0. In normal time, there were 2 cards. Quite surprising that there was only 4 in total, including extra. Anyway, 2 cards because we're doing 90 minutes. 2 cards.
Not getting that.
Corners.
Can only get points on the corners, dude. No one's going to go 2 cards, are they?
8. Right, 2, 8. Let me get this in here. 2 cards, 8 corners. This is in normal time, everyone. Shots on target. There were shots on goal. 4 and 10. Colombia had 6 shots on goal in the first half, none for Argentina. Anyway, there was 10 in total. 10. And it finished 0-0. 1 second, let me just do something real quick. 1 second. Right. So, what do we pick score-wise for Argentina 0, Colombia 0? Which, yeah.
Yeah, and I was getting that. I went 0-2. I went to Colombia to win 2-0. You went 2-1 to Argentina. Robert went 3-2 to Argentina. 2-1 said Lawrence. 2-0 Malk. 2-0 said Inky. 1-1 said Charlie. He got the draw right. And 2-1 to Colombia said Wally.
Okay, right. Let me get to the stats. Lawrence says victory. I am the champ. Right. So, 2 cards, 8 corners, 10 shots on target. Giza, you correctly predicted 8 corners, so another 10 points.
I'm 20. I'm leading. I'm leading. Stop now. Stop. That's it. No.
2, 8, 10, 2, 8, 10, 2, 8, 10, 2, 8. Lawrence also correctly predicted 8 corners, so another 10 points for Lawrence. Book it, Giza.
Oh.
2, 8, 10. 2, 8, 10. And Inky correctly predicted 8 corners, so another. So for 10 points for Inky as well.
Yo, 3 of us on 20.
So in our little 2-match predictions, what was the final scores? Yeah, you get 100. Yeah, you get 100 points.
So that's it, is it?
That's it. Yeah, there's only 2 games.
Me, Lawrence, and Inky end up with 20. There you
go. And did anybody not score any points?
Yeah, Roberto.
Malk.
Man, Malk.
CB.
He's not on here, CB.
Oh.
Charlie Boy, sorry. Charlie Boy, yeah. No, he didn't get any. That was it. You got 10, didn't you?
Yeah. Lawrence says.
And Wally got 10.
Lawrence says, bring that trophy to Lexington.
Yeah, mate. You got to share it.
You have to. He would bring it, but because of this software update or whatever, the flights are, you can't get over it, can you? I'm the champ. Right. Robert says, West Ham have a televised friendly tomorrow. Anyone paying for the link? $4.99.
Not a hope, Robert.
And that's against the Premier League team, isn't it?
I've never, no interest in friendlies whatsoever. No, absolute waste of time.
No way. So, what else is there to talk about? Because I was thinking, I ain't really got a. Yeah, I couldn't think. Is there anything that's happened, sporting or not? What?
No.
Yeah.
No, not really. No, there's all the news I've been watching is about Trump's survival, the National Congress meeting. Amazing events though in a week, can't you? Can get in the world.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I just think we could have been sitting here, sit down, thinking that, and Trump could have been dead.
Yeah, is that close? For that to happen, it's mental. And I'll tell you what, he did just as well. It didn't, because I think there would have been an eruption in America, absolute eruption after that if he'd been killed. It's probably a very, very lucky thing that he weren't. But my word, to be that lucky is fucking unreal. That close would change your mindset as well. You know what I mean? Look, you know what I said? All these fucking Democrats keep demonizing him. I mean, the Republicans themselves as well haven't helped in that respect. You know, the rhetoric from both sides has been ridiculous at times. Both sides are guilty of it. And I just think the Democrats, more so, their mainstream media is a fucking joke. And wankers like Whoopi Goldberg, you know what I mean? She's a fucking bag of shit. She really is. She's such a divisive view. All them people on that view on there, the women, they should be fucking shot. They don't help the world. They don't help America, man. They divide it. And Robert De Niro, another fucking one of my favourite actors of all time. You know, him coming out, saying things like wants to punch fucking Trump in the face. It doesn't help, man. These people have got to stop. And this is what happens. when you keep doing that. And I'd say a near-death experience like that with Trump, you might think he's going to rein it in a bit. But in his speech yesterday, he was still fighting. He was still fighting, man.
When is the next election, or what? You know, everyone's saying, "Oh, he's going to be the president again."
November, I think. 4 months away. I mean, things could change between now and then, but at the moment, he's the outright winner. I can't see anyone getting near to him. Democrats are a mess. See, the thing is, because of what's happened, they'll have to rein it in, the Democrats. And all they've had, to me, that's going to get them re-elected was, demonizing Trump.
Mm.
That was their main strategy, to just keep, and they've gone after him in the courts, as you know, they're trying to persecute him in the courts. It's fucking ridiculous. They've done everything they could. And then they've done the ultimate, I'd say not nutty, but a lunatic. I'd say encourage someone like this lunatic that took the shots with their rhetoric. So they can't do that now. So what else have they got? They've got a guy that's obviously seriously health problems who can't string a sentence together. They're fucked. So what else have they got? Nothing. So I can't see him not winning.
Goldberg is terrible, says Lawrence. Robert says UK's hottest day of the year today. Yeah, I said it's boiling hot today, man. Like this house.
Is it?
Horrible.
Got to nearly 42. Yeah, that's pretty hot.
But in this heart, yeah, it just gets
hot in the kitchen.
It's hot, isn't it?
Yeah, that's definitely hot for you, lads.
Yeah, and it's just sticky in this house, man. You're hot, innit? Last night was hot as well, man. Head is sweating. Wally says, I just ignore mainstream media. I get my info independent journalist.
Yeah, me too, Wally. You just keep the bullshit that the mainstream media say there. Fucking outrageous. It's pure lies. 90% of it is lies. And they're getting found out for it as well, though. They're getting found out. They really are.
£100 for what?
For a minion bike.
For what?
For a bike.
For a bike?
Yeah.
£100.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is interesting. Did you hear about this boy, this Jay Slater boy?
Oh, they found him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the story a bit of it the other week. They found him.
Yeah, but another one where it's just, like it don't make sense that, he was
absolutely
20 minutes from that Airbnb, and they only found him once, the following day. The Dutch sort of special search team was ready to come in, and now all of a sudden he's found. Where
how was he killed then? Can't say he did.
They're saying he fell, but apparently he didn't have his clothes on. He didn't have his clothes on and all of that stuff. So, but it's funny how the Spanish police couldn't find him for a whole month, and they said they were looking like daily, and then they find him the day before. The Dutch special team are going to come in, and also a resident there, English. He said the night before they found him, dogs, people, there was like a commotion where he feels that maybe they've gone and put the body back there because the amount of dogs barking and stuff like that, where there's a lot of commotion which had woke him up, which he said is it's a rarity there. So something was happening the night before in that area.
Right.
But it's
okay.
Yeah, and that's another thing is until he was found, there's so many different stories and theories and
Yeah. I did watch, True Geordie.
Yeah.
I watched a bit of his. He had a 15-minute, 20-minute thing about it, and he sort of explained. And he looked like he was up to no good there.
Yeah.
So.
But it just seems like his friends, they was holding back, on their stories and stuff. So it was almost like, I don't think it's as simple as he went out, fell down, and he was either running from someone or he was it's more than obviously once again, and that's the thing as a parent, they're never going to get the true story. No. Yeah, so it's you kind of knew the writing was on the wall. Like, you're never gonna find this guy alive. Like after all this time, like yeah, he's
Oh no, you're always going to find him dead. No.
yeah. But this, yeah, it's another one that maybe it might take 20 years. You know, like when you watch these documentaries and then the truth comes out.
Oh yeah, the friends of his no more. It's as simple as that. There's no doubt about that.
Of course.
Poo-poo.
Wally says, crank up the AC titch. We ain't got no AC here. We got a little fan. No AC, unfortunately.
Poo toilet.
Poo toilet.
Yeah.
Something strange there. Yeah, it's very strange, and it's yeah. I also think that the mum, because the initial thing, his mum was like, oh, you know, whoever's got him, like let him go. I think that she maybe knows a bit more, or initially maybe he was kidnapped initially, you know, because do you understand? Like, yeah, I just think that she might know a little bit more, but might be fearful as to, or was hopeful that if she didn't speak out. Yeah, I just think even that is, I think the mum might be a little bit more clued up about potentially what has happened.
Yeah, I guarantee at the end of it, it'll be drug related, Geezer.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dealing it, or he's selling it, or he's transporting it for them, whoever it is. There's more to it, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Wally says no AC. Yeah. We got a fan. But yeah, I'm telling you, Wally, when it gets hot over here, this house is fucking hot. But yeah, if there ain't really anything else to talk about, unless anyone's got any other subjects, because yeah, I can't really think. What?
Poo-poo brush. Yeah.
Why don't you talk? Talk to Geezer.
Brush.
Poo-poo brush. When are you going to put some videos on your channel? Tomorrow. You're going to school soon, aren't you? Big school. What school are you going to?
Kirkcroft.
Big school. Yeah, so we break up soon, innit? You know, for the summer holidays.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't it? What?
And then,
Oh, right, they're still at school.
yeah, well, Denai's broke up today, but she breaks up Tuesday, and then obviously when she goes back, she'll be in primary school rather than nursery.
All right, the big step up.
Yeah.
Right.
Breaking news. Oh, one sec. This flipping mouse. Sorry. Breaking news. West Ham are Youth Champions and a massive area we go. Yeah, what did you say?
I've had some video come up on WhatsApp. You know that ULEZ thing you've got?
Yeah. Hold it.
And this guy doing a video. There's all the geezers running around, right, with the old, what's the name, grinder and the saber saws,
Yeah.
and cutting all the poles down.
Yeah.
And he had a whole video, 15 minutes. Mate, they must have cut down about 20.
Yeah, there are people, yeah, that they're not having it. You know, like they are,
Yeah,
like,
brilliant.
yeah, vigilantes. They're taking
Poo-poo.
good on them as well.
Yeah, right and all. It's disgusting.
You know that I don't know.
That's another thing he said, Trump, right, on his speech.
Yeah.
He said, see that mandate for the electric cars? He said, that's gone.
Yep.
Not having it. Said, we're building car factories.
Dad.
We're going to be building and we're going to be producing whatever one you want. We're not doing it. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I want to see. I don't follow politics, but now that I know it's November, I want to see kind of. I want to follow.
If you took the key moments from his speech and they put a video, it'd be great, man. One of it was that. See that mandate for the cars not happening, right?
Yeah.
He said, this one about men in women's sports, that ain't happening.
That ain't happening.
He said, all the money we're putting on this green, all the money we're putting on the green stuff, he said, that ain't happening anymore. Oh, I'm saying, would have upset all the greenies in the world and all the trannies in the world. Oh, man, he just went full on, not having it.
Yeah, I want to see.
And that's what I want to hear. That's what most people in the world want to hear.
Common sense.
Enough. A bit of common sense here. Stop it.
Mm.
So, yeah, I quite enjoyed his speech.
Some broke up. So one of my sons broke up today, But the other one, I think, breaks up on Wednesday. Oh, also, my second eldest son, he went to his university graduation today in Coventry. So,
brilliant.
my family, yeah, none of us, remember, all my siblings, no one went to university. Like, we're not
Right.
that family in it. So for him to, yeah, we're not like, it's not a common thing for us. So yeah, we couldn't get there, but my eldest son drove him up there. Got some videos and all of that. So yeah, he graduated.
Oh, good. That's great. Yeah. None of us went to bloody uni, but my great nephews and nieces now. There's been a few of them
Yeah.
that have gone to university.
So yeah, big thing. Congratulations. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you, Wally. Did you see that Jay Slater GoFundMe? Yeah, and that was the thing is they set a target of 30 grand instantly. That girl Lucy set it up straight away. You know, after one day of him being missing, she set that up, and I think some money was taken out of that. So that all tied into somebody's got him, and they're asking for ransom. And then you understand because the mum was like, "Oh, you know, just let him go," or that was the first thing she said.
And what about the name on that?
Wow.
So
Money.
Now it's at about 59 grand or something like that.
Jeez.
65 actually, Robert saying. So that was set up instantly, and they had a target of 30 grand.
Wow.
Which, remember, bear in mind, you know, another story is he stole some Albanian guy his Rolex, and then it turns out the Albanian guy weren't just any guy; he was sort of like somebody that was known, and so that was another story, and that story's not going away. That he stole someone's watch that he shouldn't have touched their watch.
Yeah.
So there are a few different stories.
Yeah, I wouldn't be donating to that, mate.
No.
The boy, you know, in the Trump shooting, the boy who got killed, Corey, and the other two that got injured. I don't know if they set up a GoFundMe. There was something set up. $6 million came in
For Trump.
for the the two people that got injured, the guy that got killed. $6 million.
Jeez. Because I heard that when Trump was recently, Trump raised how much money did Trump people donated towards Trump?
Oh, that 200 million?
Yeah, like ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
But yeah, you look, we'll end this. We'll be back next week, and you know, so the Premier League starts in a month's time, so we'll get back to the predictions. But yeah, there weren't really a lot to talk about today. I don't know if Geezer's got any final words or whatever, but yeah, we'll be back definitely next week.
No, keep the faith, mate. We might have a signing next week. I might not be on 2 weeks' time, Geezer.
Yeah,
might be a problem because I've got my nephew's wife.
Yeah,
my nephew passed away.
Coming to stay in it.
She'll be here that weekend, so we could be out and about. So that's in 2 weeks. So I'll be here next week.
Yeah, so then maybe that week we won't do it. Yeah, we'll have a week off next 2 weeks time. But we'll be back next week, you lot. Night all. See you later, Inky. Thanks as always. He died protecting his family, that firefighter.
Yeah, absolutely, Robert.
What a hero, Robert. We should do a fantasy league together. See, I don't do that, Lawrence. But remember, we can keep a league. We can keep a league table of our predictions. So we do it as a league table. But yeah, that fantasy thing, I don't get involved in that. But we can definitely. I think we should keep a league table for our prediction show. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Thanks, guys.
Boys, thanks for tuning in. See you later. See you next week then.
See you lot next week. It'll probably be back to Friday at 10 o'clock next week. It's been busy this week. But anyway, we will see you all next Friday. Ciao. Say bye.
All the best.
Wait.
Oh, no.
See you later. In this. Yeah.